Slaptail Squad, assemble.
If you are listening to this, you are a member of the Great Slaptail Nation, my nation. And who am I? I'm the Beaveman, master of the universe, creator of all things great and small, and Lord High Commander of the Great Slaptail Nation Army. And with me today, live in the Beaver Den, is the beautiful and talented... is she either of those things? Where's the talent stem from? Where's the beauty stem from? Am I saying this out loud? Is the Swan! Say hello, Swan!
Hello, Swan.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Could you be just a little bit more animated?
No.
Okay, well then. Also with us today, live from Fresno, California, also known as Fresno, is the Trailer Park Monster, the monster over the microphone, the Dark Lord of Browntown, the Trailer Park Monster himself, J.D. Hutchins of the Monsters Lair.
Hello, hello. It's everyone's favorite slow and obese security guard here.
Yeah, everyone's favorite. Let's just put a pin in that. Also with us today, coming to us live from Jack'em Stab'em, home of Pop-Tarts, Tarts, and Hookers Galore and AK-47s, is our good friend, our own special chocolate, our own personal pudding pop, Jumanji. You're muted, Jumanji. God
Fail.
damn it!
Good evening, Beaveman.
Good evening, Jumanji.
Good evening, beautiful people.
Swan.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
JD.
Good evening.
No, that's not right, JD.
Damn it!
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, Beatman.
All right, nicely done. Nicely done. It's so exciting to have JD here. JD, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. JD, could you just give us a rundown of what you heard on last week's podcast by any chance?
Well, I heard you doing what you love to do best, which is instigating. Trying to throw Tremonde under the bus.
Right?
And, your true feelings about how you feel about me came out.
Yeah, Jumanji.
And now you're exposed.
About whose true feelings?
Off the top rope.
Beaveman's?
JD.
No. He's calling you out.
No, he's calling Jumanji out.
No, he's calling you out.
This isn't Hollywood Squares. Stop pointing. What the hell's wrong with you guys? You don't even know which way you're pointing. I'm pointing this way. I'm pointing... Nope, there's nobody over there, Swan. I don't know who you're pointing at.
No, but
There is on mine.
in all seriousness, though, that's like one of my favorite qualities of the Beaveman. Like, no matter how much shit you try to talk to him, he just like flips it and deflects it back, like some kind of Shaolin monk of shit talking.
Yeah, imagine trying to have an argument with him as like a married couple.
Yeah, I can only
Sucks.
imagine. I'll try not to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so what do you have to say to? What do you have to say about your actions last week, Jumanji? What you said about JD?
We heard from him. He wasn't offended by what I said.
What did you say? What was it that you said? Take us back last week. What did you say about security guards in general? All of them.
No,
When you were referencing all security guards,
not all of them.
all of them in the United States, what you were referencing? What you were saying?
I wasn't speaking about all of them.
I feel like you were.
No.
So you were only talking about JD.
No. I didn't even know that was his occupation. I didn't know that's what he did.
I don't think that you can claim ignorance. I think that's ignorant. That was just your chance at plausible deniability. You know what JD does. Don't act like it was veiled. You know exactly what you said. Own up to it. What did you say last week? What was it you said? What did you say about security guards?
I don't even remember now.
Oh.
Convenient
How
amnesia.
convenient.
I'm getting sleepy.
What happened? You took a cock to the head this weekend and now you don't remember anything?
Maybe.
Or two.
Or two.
Hit me right in the Abdullah Mangala Blangata and I don't remember nothing. I see. So now you're saying that you didn't say anything. Is that the extent of everything?
No, I said something. I just didn't say something that offended the trailer park monster.
So now you're telling him how to feel. How do you feel about that, JD? Now that Jumanji's telling you how to feel about things.
I feel like I'm here on behalf of all security guards nationwide who have been scorned for their profession, looked down upon as just rent-a-cops. Here to defend those folks.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't take anything he said personally. I actually thought it was pretty funny because what you guys were describing, I could, in my mind's eye, pick out at least 3 people, that fit that description. So, I don't think any of us take it personally. You have to have a sick, fucked up sense of humor to do this occupation, and especially to do it in a hospital. So I don't think anybody really got too offended by it. So, contrary to what Beaveman wants to hear, since
Right.
he's king instigator.
Well, that was a boring podcast then. Oh man, I had an entire hour planned of just Jumanji and the Trailer Park Monster going at it, but fine.
We're still gonna go at it, but by other definitions, right?
Right.
There we go.
I mean,
there are movies like about security guards. Like their work is important. Paul Blart,
Right.
like
Paul Blart too.
Yeah.
There was another one, right? Wasn't there?
What? So you just expect JD to know what the other security guard movies are, Jumanji? Is that what you're saying? Oh, you know which ones I'm talking about, don't you, JD? Maybe about security guards.
Yeah, no, I try not to watch security guard movies because it's like, being at work all over again when I'm in my off time. So try to stay away from those.
I just feel like that was security guardist on Jumanji's part. Kind of like if you said to him, that one black guy, Jumanji, you know which one I'm talking about?
And he's
that
like,
one security guard, that fat, lazy one.
You know which security guard movie I'm talking about, right? Right, JD?
Yeah.
No? Jumanji, sitting up in his ivory tower.
Trying to think of what was the one that had Aziz Ansari in it. And it was Seth Rogen. And he was like a mall security guard, and he was like slowly losing his mind.
I know I saw that. Because didn't it come out like after Paul Blart?
Yeah, and it was much darker because it ended really like crazy.
So take us through, if you're working, I don't know if you guys know this. You might not know this, Jumanji. But when you insulted JD, you also insulted the Beaveman.
Oh, how so?
I worked as a security guard for a while.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's true. I actually worked at a couple interesting places. I worked at a tobacco storage warehouse in Virginia. And so people actually do try to rob those. And so I had to ride around on my little golf cart, securing and checking all these places out. And of course, you don't carry any weapons.
You get a flashlight.
You get a tiny flashlight, not even a real flashlight. And I wore this. It was kind of cool. We had like these little blue jumpsuits. It was very attractive, very attractive. So, you're out there patrolling this huge area. It's all outdoor warehouses, checking on the tobacco, making sure everything's good to go. A lot of tobacco terrorists out there. I don't know if you guys know this. Many's the time that I had to defend this great nation against the terrorists of tobacco. You got them from...
Do you have a story of fighting somebody off?
Somebody? You're talking about like one? No. They come in droves, my friend. Come in droves. But they were easily deterred by yours truly. Where I am the Beaveman.
Top
Master of the universe.
Right.
Yeah. It was awesome. I was quite awesome, let me tell you.
Was this during the infamous price hike of tobacco products?
This was of 1999.
So definitely.
Yeah.
So tobacco was a hot commodity there for a minute. I'm sure you did have some incidents there.
Did. Yeah. All these, industrial terrorists, or whatever they call them, tobacco terrorists, as I like to call them. Ah, yes. Many of the notches on my belt from all the terrorists I took out. Yeah, you hear me. Yeah, it was like that, too. They had dogs, too, but
like
they were bigger. The dogs were bigger.
No, it would be funnier if they were little. Like, get them, Chihuahua.
The little ones are the ones you have to watch out for. I mean, there's the ones that bite the most.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, they are. They got big dog syndrome or little dog syndrome, whatever you want to call it. That movie was called Observe and Report, just in case.
Observe and Report.
Yes.
Swan with the research.
I did some research.
The best is when Ken Jeong becomes a security guard on Community. You ever see that?
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh yeah. You've never seen Community Jumanji?
I have not.
Oh, you'd like
Shocking, right?
Yeah, shocking. You'd like it. There's a brown man and a black man on it.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah. They got the right ratio. They got a British guy. They got a brown man, black man.
That's not just any black man, sir. That is Donald Glover, and he's amazing.
Danny Pudi. Awesome. And then a bunch of white people. Because you got to have white people. They really did just take a formula and go, hey, we're going to have an Asian guy. We're going to have a black guy. We're going to have an Indian guy. We're going to have a Jewish girl. We're going to have your regular white bread girl. And then we're going to have a handsome white guy. Let's throw in a sprinkle of a British guy. And let's throw in a dean who's a dean who dresses in women's clothing all the time and has a thing for Dalmatians. Yeah, you know what? They really did hit everything they possibly could.
You just described this podcast.
Man, I wonder how I get my hands on an Indian guy. Really want an Asian guy. I don't know any. If we could get a Mexican, that would be sweet too.
Oh. You count as half, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Don't you qualify?
I mean, yeah. Hey, did you know? I don't know if you guys know this, but I always used to, when I was growing up, people would always make fun of me. Well, obviously we knew that, for being Mexican, and all the guys would be like,
people still make fun of you.
Yeah, all the time. And it's true. It's not a big deal, and I don't cry about it. Also, much. But they used to make fun of me all the time. They're like, yeah, you probably got a little dick because you're Mexican. And so I would grow up going like, man, do all Mexicans have little dicks? Did you know that the average Mexican penis is much bigger than the average American penis? So fuck you guys. Yeah.
What's the average?
They probably just wanted to see your wee-wee and compare it to theirs.
It's like a half inch to 3/4 of an inch bigger than most American penis on average. Yeah, you can look at, there's actually studies done of where they rank penis size by country. Some of them are gigantic. As the average size, some of them are pretty ginormous, pretty hoggish, if you will.
Yeah.
Man, I would have hated to be one of the scientists doing that study.
Hold still so I can measure your penis.
Right? Just out there with the tape measure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like, what's the metric for when you measure it? Is it fully erect? Is it just kind of hanging out? Is it just chilling? What do you think?
I feel like you'd have to go fully erect because everybody's is different, whether it's like long and flaccid or tucked in there and,
tucked
and
in
then
there.
it grows. Yeah, tucked in there.
Yeah, I'm always amazed how small mine can really get.
Yeah, because an individual may be a grower, not a shower. So, you got to get that thing.
Or even if it's like average, on the out, but it can suck in there if it's cold. Like,
what the fuck are you talking about? I told you this. I told Gigi this too. The penis doesn't suck in when it's cold. The testicles do.
Yeah, the testicles do, but the penis gets like shriveled up in a little bit.
Not when you're cold.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Well, I don't know. I don't have
You're
one.
going by jumpy. You're talking about pool penis.
Okay.
Talking about pool penis.
Okay, it's shrinkage.
Totally different.
That's different.
It's totally different.
Okay, then why? It's just not because it's cold.
Totally different. Your balls don't shrink up in the pool. Your penis does. I don't know why I don't know why. Who knows?
It's like, I don't like chlorine.
Hey, before you go see the doctor, let me ask you this question. Now I'm on a penis talk. Before you go see, like, let's say you have to go see the doctor.
Yes.
And the doctor is gonna look at your junk. Do you prep your penis before they come in?
Yes.
And how do you do it, Jumanji?
Give it a little
You
rub.
like smack it. Will you shut up, Swan? Something you know nothing about.
I'm gonna speculate.
Swan's like, you poke it with a pin. Is that how you make it hard?
Yeah.
Do you insult it?
Thump
Mhm.
it.
Thump it.
That's how you do it, Jumanji? You thump it?
No. You just slap it.
You slap it? No, seriously, how do you prep it? What do you do?
You usually just like stretch it and tug it. Just get a little chub.
Okay. All right. What happens if you get too much of it? I mean, is it calm it right down? You're like,
Down
Yeah,
boy.
because I don't do nothing to like overstimulate it or
okay.
yeah.
Let's ask the panel. JD, do you do that or do you not go to the doctor?
I mean, I don't do that, but that's the doctor's problem, not mine. I mean,
You're like- so you don't care. You're like, I'm like, if it's a button, I don't care. If it's a button or a hog, wherever it happens to land at that time.
whatever it is, it is. It's like, I'm not going to be the least or most impressive one he's ever seen, so what's the point?
Well, I mean, you don't want, like, if it's a bad day, like mine turtles quite a bit, and I don't mind because I wear shorts a lot. So I don't, if I had, okay, not saying that this is possible, but like, let's say I had a shower. Calm down over there, you. Getting excited about my shower. Let's say I had a shower. You know, it is cool to look at. You're like, pretty cool. But if you wear shorts all the time like I do, or even if you wear like loose jeans or tight jeans, I don't like to see a bulge in people's pants. It weirds me out. So I don't care if mine is not a shower, but I do when the doctor sees me because I don't want him to think I have a micro penis. I don't want that on my chart.
Diagnosis.
I don't want that part of my.
I'm like, dude, you've totally diagnosed me wrong. I'm like, let me show you. Now I don't slap mine. I don't
Look
slap
what I
mine.
can do.
Now what I do is I do a hand pumping motion, like it's a little suction ball. I do this, listeners. What I'm doing is, if you could imagine, if you were squeezing a racquetball, that's what I do to my penis. So I do this pumping motion, and I feel like that inflates it just enough to where it's not hard, but it is nice and svelte, and it looks full. And that's what I do. JD doesn't care.
Now let's go back to how you
You
don't
learn something new every day, I guess.
It weirds you out to see a bulge in someone's pants. Jumanji, how do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm looking every time.
It's what I thought. Yeah.
Jumanji, are you a big fan of the infamous gray sweatpants?
I am.
I hear that's a big deal. It's not my thing, so I don't get into that, but I could imagine that you are a fan.
What? I don't understand. Tell me, what does this mean? I do not know.
You don't know about the gray sweatpants?
No.
It's become very trendy for men to walk around commando with gray sweatpants, and a lot of people on the internet seem to be big fans of it. There's a lot of memes and different types of content revolving around that subject. So,
you can see the
but
outline.
you just heard it here from Jumanji directly from the streets.
Hey.
He's a fan, so it must be a real thing. Huh?
Interesting. No, I have not heard of that. No, if I know people, like I tend to look at men in the face, you know, as we're chatting and stuff. But you know, I've been going to a lot of comedy shows, and then some of the people I know, like they wear regular clothes, and then one of the comedians I know, he did a set, and I was like, oh my god, he has a giant hog, and I never noticed before, and now that's all I can see whenever I talk to him. Like there's this big penis just sticking out. He just happened to wear loose pants one day, and he did a set. And I was like, Jesus Christ, put that thing away.
Here's the question: is he a funny comedian?
Yes.
Well, I don't know, because now I can't tell, because now whenever he does a set, I'm like,
You're like, penis.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, Jesus, someone give me a stick and I'll kill it.
If he's swinging a hog and he's funny, I feel like that's not fair. Someone needs to look into that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the one that I saw at the show.
Different guy.
I know who you're talking about, and he's funny.
So I know.
And he has a big penis.
Yeah, he's funny. This other guy's funny too. It's just I never noticed before. Then he wore loose pants at a set once, and I was like, what the hell? Like, tuck that thing in. I'm so worried about having bulges. This is how worried I am about having bulges. That I do things like we used to have toga parties. And I don't mind not wearing under. Like if I would be totally cool with wearing a kilt or a toga like all the time, but I don't want my dick like getting harder or like bulging. So when we had toga parties, I used to do this. I would take a leather strap and I would tie it around my penis, and then I would tie that to my leg so it didn't go anywhere.
He's a bit
I
strange.
just reined it in. Reined it in.
Tie that beast down, huh?
Yeah, just in case. I'm like, it's gotta. And you know, when you're not wearing underwear and you're wearing a toga, you don't want any like Donald Trump situation coming up later on anyway. So I can always say later on, like, my penis was tied up at the time; it was restrained. If I ever run for office,
I occasionally wear a kilt, but I never go commando, so I don't have to worry about that problem.
yeah. The downside with restraining your penis is sometimes the leash comes off because it wasn't as big as you thought it was, and take a step and you've got a leash around your ankle, and people are like, "What's that for?" Never mind. You've seen nothing. Say nothing. Let's forget this ever happened. Look at you, Jumanji.
No.
I wore my kilt to a local Fresno Monsters hockey game one time, and without thinking about it, they used to do this thing where they would play Cotton Eye Joe, and you would get up and dance like a redneck. You know, where you like grab your belt and you kick your legs out way far. Well, yeah, I got up and started doing the dance without remembering I was wearing a kilt. And next thing I know, I'm seeing my underwear on the Jumbotron. So
I mean,
that was
at least
fun.
you were wearing underwear.
There is that. Yeah, that it could have been worse.
Yeah, how come you're not wearing your kilt commando?
For that very reason, because I will forget.
He's only half Scottish.
And I will bend over at the wrong time, and it will be a problem. But yeah, I'm only half Scottish. Only real Scotsmen wear no underwear under their kilt, because, you know.
But maybe it's the lower half that you're Scottish, so you should be wearing commando.
So he has red pubic hair?
Maybe.
Yeah, I hope it's not my lower half that's Scottish.
Yeah, they didn't rank high. They didn't rank high on the penis length chart.
Yeah, but Beaveman, I think, had the right line of thinking. You know, there's a reason Scotsmen wear kilts, because the sheep can hear a zipper from a mile away. So.
No, that's freaking terrible.
That's your next sound effect. You got the rim shot. Now you need the Price is Right sound effect or something.
We have that one. It's like a trombone or something doing it. I just accidentally removed it from the mix cast. Anyway, so what's going on with you, Jumanji, Master of Stories, Weaver of Tales?
I feel like you set me up to fail every time at this.
Well, maybe you should just come up with some stories. Jeez, is your life really that boring?
God damn you, boy.
I don't do anything. I go to work. I come home.
What do you do when you get home? You just masturbate for the next 2 hours and then you go to sleep?
No, usually turn on some music, light some candles, have a cocktail.
Take a bubble
love
bath.
to himself.
I do take a bath. That's become one of my things.
Are there bubbles?
No.
No.
No, he just
candles.
crystals.
There's no
salts.
bath bombs.
No bath bombs?
Salts.
No.
You just take a plain bath?
I do use salt.
Yeah,
That's
so okay.
salt. Yeah.
There we go.
Lavender?
As long as you don't eat it.
Never that. But yeah, I don't do anything.
Well, maybe you should start doing things.
Damn you, a boring black man.
Yeah, what the heck?
Living in
How
Battle
come
Creek.
Swan, let me ask you a question, Swan.
Yes.
Swan, why is it that all the black men we know are the least black men we know? Are the least black men ever?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you going to start? Let me ask you this question, Jumanji.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to learn how to curl?
No.
Okay. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the little sport with the
brooms.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, then you're still a black man then. Okay.
Yeah, not doing that.
JD, curling?
Yeah. No, I'm the wrong kind of white for that.
Yeah.
I have no desire to do that. That could be the lamest. I won't even call it a sport. That could be one of the lamest things I've ever seen.
I would call chess a sport over that.
Chess is dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if you do it like in armor.
Chess
like
and armor?
On a full chess field. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
The thing with curling is I've had it explained to me several times about how the rules work and how you score points and everything. I still don't freaking understand any of it. Like,
They
I
probably
don't
make it
understand.
up as they go along.
I think it's sad that you even sat through someone explaining it to you.
A few times, yeah. That's pretty sad, right?
Is
But-
curling big where you're at?
No, but I am a hockey fan, and watching the
It's not
hockey
the
during
fucking
the
same
Olympics
thing.
every
It's
year,
not the same thing.
you have to deal with curling sometimes to get to the hockey event. So, it is what it is.
I just set the timer, man. I set an alarm for when what it's going to be on is going to be on. I don't watch anything else.
Yeah, alerts only for the cool things that you want to watch on the Olympics.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Unfortunately, sometimes that's like 2 o'clock in the morning
Yeah, I was going to say we got up
Yeah.
at like 3 a.m. to watch fighting.
to watch very shitty karate.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's all bad. Anyway, curling, nay. Curling, nay.
Nay.
No.
You don't go like to clubs or anything, Jumanji?
Where?
What do you mean where? I don't know. I'm not in the know. I don't know these things. I don't go to clubs. I go to comedy shows.
What clubs do we have here in Battle
You
Creek?
may have to drive somewhere.
Yeah, to Detroit or Chicago.
Right. So no.
There's no clubs in Battle Creek.
No.
No.
What? Members of the Great Slaptail Nation living in Battle Creek, send the Beaveman a message at slaptailsquad@gmail.com by my email or message us on Facebook or Instagram. There's got to be clubs in Battle Creek.
What about Kalamazoo?
Yeah, what's wrong with KZoo? What's wrong with Kalamazoo, Jumanji?
What's out there?
Blue Dolphin? Hello?
It,
Hello?
The silence was deafening.
That-
on that.
Hello?
have you ever been to that one?
I have.
And
I would not
Hello?
consider that a club.
no, not a club. No,
No.
not even on LGBT night. No.
Girl, no.
Okay, why not?
That's even worse.
That's worse. Oh,
yes.
There has to be clubs in Kalamazoo, too. There's no clubs in Kalamazoo. I don't know these things because I don't go clubbing. You know how long it's been since we went to a club? The place that we went to as a club doesn't even exist anymore. There was 2 places we went, and neither one of them are clubs.
no, it's been like closed for like 20 years, I think, coming up. Mm-hmm.
That's where I got Swan drunk on her
It's
birthday.
true.
And she threw up in my car.
I threw up in a Taco Bell cup.
And a Taco
Thank
Bell
you.
cup in my car.
And you saved the cup.
Did you fill the cup, Swan?
I don't know, probably.
She had to empty it. And I think she took it with her, too.
I probably did.
Then I
Just
replaced
put
it
in
with
your
it. Then I
purse.
replaced it just in case whenever she rode with
Are
me.
we talking like a small, medium?
No, a
like hot
taco,
diesel
big,
size?
big plastic Taco Bell cup. The best thing to throw up in. Wide mouthed. Yeah. 32-ounce cup.
We're talking about the liter Ocola Baja Blast
Yeah,
Yeah.
the big one.
Mega
big one.
Cup.
Yeah.
The one that's got
Mega
the
cup.
small, the one that's got the small bottom so that it fits in the cup holder.
Mm-hmm.
What were you drinking that led to that?
Well, that particular night, he was, and I had never drank that before. It was double shots of Jack Daniels.
That'll
Like,
do it.
bam, bam, bam. I don't know. There was at least 3 or 4 all in a row, like instantly, and then all of a sudden, that was it.
Nobody told you to do it.
Yeah.
You did.
No.
You did, and I wasn't gonna let you down. I feel like I partied pretty good until I was all bad.
Was that the night that you put on the new jeans and your boyfriend told you better take the tag off so nobody knows how big they are?
No, I don't think so.
I'm not making that up. She got in the car. She came out with us and she's like, yeah, my boyfriend said this. And I was like, damn.
Mm.
Did you punch him in the face?
I kicked him in the balls.
In the bells.
In the
She kicked-
balls.
did she
Like
kick him in the
lifted
what?
him up off the ground, kicked him in the
In
balls.
the bowels.
In the balls.
Kick him in the bowels, eh?
Yeah, I did.
Did you disembowel him?
Probably.
Did you disembowel him?
I probably did.
Mm.
No, that was the night that I wore a Abercrombie dry clean only sweater and made sure I took it off so I didn't vomit on it.
Oh, you were one of those, huh?
One of
An A and
those.
F girl.
Yeah, because Abercrombie was great because if you were a size 6, you could wear a 2 in Abercrombie. So you felt like you're like, yeah, I wear a size 2.
Nah.
No.
I was with people like the Beaveman standing out front of Hot Topic, commenting on how conceited it smelled in the Abercrombie.
I mean, I had many different styles of clothes, not just
That's fair.
Abercrombie.
Oh, that's
Like-
me now.
I had a lot of Tommy and Polo at the time too, but then I also did have little Hot Topic stuff too. T-shirts and low-cut jeans.
I didn't have any of that.
That's what happens when you have a 2-year-old.
Beaveman had army green government issue.
Yep. And when I wasn't wearing that, I was wearing like a simple T-shirt and a pair of jeans. Usually like novelty T-shirts.
Yeah. All through college, I never repeated an outfit in nursing school. I did. I never repeated an outfit to school.
I don't think I ever saw the same thong twice either.
I mean, I
What'd you
didn't
say?
care.
I said I don't think I ever saw the same thong twice either.
Probably not.
That was the good old days, man. When we were in college, the girls had hip hugger jeans. It was the best. I was so sad when they stopped having those. I'm like, God damn it. Bring them back.
Yep.
That was an era.
It was the best.
Although I'm not mad at whoever said that yoga pants could be common everyday apparel. I'm a big fan of that guy, whoever that was, because it was a man.
Oh, yeah.
That decided that.
I'm a big fan, too, of girls wearing yoga pants and the short skirt over the top of it. Oh, yeah.
Too many layers.
Layers.
I don't know. You can just whip it right off. Whip it off. Anyway. What were we talking about? Thongs. Yes, I don't think I ever saw Swan wear the same thong twice.
Probably not. I had lots of them.
Have you ever seen Jumanji wear the same thong twice, though?
I don't know. Never seen Jumanji's thongs.
I have.
Oh, you're probably missing out.
Yeah, I don't have too many. It doesn't sound like I have as many as Swan.
Well, she doesn't have that many anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If she does, okay, this is what's really annoying about Swan. It ends up being always about what's annoying about Swan. Swan has like so many pairs of underwears, but she wears the same 3 for like the past 30 years now.
It's not the same 3. I have no. I have many of the same style, and those are the ones I like the most. And I usually pick the black ones because they match everything. Because I like the bra and the underwear to match.
You have the same goddamn underwear that you've had for the past 15 years. You probably have like 30 pairs of underwear that you've never even worn.
That is probably true.
Yeah, I know it's true because I pay attention to these things. I pay attention to what kind of underwear you wear more than what you pay attention to.
Okay, that's probably true.
And I wash the laundry and I see the same fucking pair of underwear over and over again.
Well, if you didn't wash them in such a timely fashion, then I would get out others. But I don't like to put laundry away, so I will wear the same 4 pairs that are on the top of the dryer.
Well, I'm tired of it. Can you wear something else?
Maybe.
You know what else annoys me about Swan?
What? Oh, please tell.
Swan has some pretty dope underwear, but she never fucking wears it. That fucking annoys me.
Which ones are we talking about?
She has like some underwear. This is really cool. She has some underwear where it ties on the side, and you could just pull the string, and then they'll fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think she wears those? She does not.
Mm.
You need to model them for her, Beaveman. Entice her into wearing them more.
I don't think anybody wants to see my squashed ostrich in that little bit of fabric.
Squashed ostrich.
Look like he's wearing a little hat or scarf.
You could tie the string around it.
My wee ostrich with a scarf around his neck.
That's what you do, Beaveman. You tie the string around the head of it, and then you flex really hard, and then you untie them from the side.
Oh, there you go.
That's the move.
Very nice.
I think red is your color, so I think you can wear the red
I
one.
don't think I can rock red underwear. I don't feel that.
I feel like you probably could.
I don't think so.
Okay, you'd rather have the purple pair?
You have a purple pair that unties?
Mm-hmm.
See, how would I know this? Because you wear the same 4 pair of underwear for the past 15 years. Terrible.
I'm going underwear shopping.
And not only does she so what? So you can not wear that underwear?
Yes.
I get some more underwear just so I can not wear it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Makes perfect sense.
Okay, well, at least they're not granny panties.
Okay.
This
is what else she does that annoys me.
Oh, please tell. What do I do that annoys you?
This is what else she does. Let's say that she does wear some really awesome looking underwear. Panties,
Guess what she
whatever.
does? Guess what she does? She immediately takes them off and doesn't even let me see them. Wears them all day long and then immediately takes them off.
See, she knows she does it,
Mm-hmm.
which makes her
Very selfish.
a sociopath.
A sociopath?
Yeah, because you don't care about your actions, even though you know what you're doing is wrong. You just don't care.
I care about my actions.
Not as it relates to me.
Okay.
That makes you a sociopath.
No, I don't think so.
That's exactly what a
all
sociopath
I'm
would
doing-
say.
All it's doing is making you want it more.
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't.
It is.
No, it doesn't. What it makes me want more is to see it wrapped
No, you
up
can
like a
just
Christmas present.
Imagine it.
No, I want to see it wrapped up like a gift
Mm.
that I can unwrap.
Mm.
I didn't want just the gift.
Mm.
I want to
Well,
unwrap
good,
the
you
gift.
ain't gonna get the gift or the
Well,
wrap.
it's not a gift anymore.
Okay, then.
Like a curse. It's like the monkey's paw. Your vagina is like the monkey's paw. I've got a squashed ostrich. You have a monkey's paw.
Okay.
Never shall the two meet.
A monkey's paw.
Anyways.
You know what else wanted?
What else? Please,
Nothing.
let's
Nothing.
just tell us.
Nothing.
Can we talk about how my chewing is loud?
Oh God, it's fucking abysmal. Let's ask JD's opinion here.
Wait. Before you get into that, you need to ask JD about.
Oh yes.
Yes, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I already forgot what I was
No,
gonna
go
say.
ahead. Ask JD about his poop stories.
Yes, JD. JD agrees that I was demonized for the poop stories. And JD, what do you think about the others' lack of poop stories?
I think you guys are holding out.
I don't have any poop stories.
I think you're harboring your deep secret poop stories, and you let Beaveman expose himself on the podcast in hopes of coaxing out your guys' stories, and you left him hanging.
Well, Mike did though too. Mike shared, but those two clearly were lying.
I don't really think I have any poop stories. Like, I mean, I've had to go really, really bad before, but I've never shit myself.
Swan, do you not have any poop stories, or are they just deeply repressed?
I mean, maybe. I haven't gone dark enough to pull them out of that orifice. But no, I don't think I have any poop stories.
Maybe we need to take you to like a hypnotist.
Maybe.
See if he
Bring
can
back your poop stories.
pull your poop stories out of you.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell your poop story from totonight?
All I had to do was fart.
Yeah, but what did you say to me though? What did you say? Set the scenario. What did you say to me?
You want me to tell the whole story?
Yeah, set the scenario. This is a podcast where we share. We're making it. This is entertainment for the nation.
Okay.
Exactly. Well, what Munchie said.
Munchie. It probably had what is Munchie's name? He probably has a really manly, hard name. Fluffy? No.
What's the little dog's name? Who's got the little dog that's barking?
JD's not gonna own up.
That's me.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
He's like, I'm just
He's like, little dog. Oh yeah, I got one.
Oh, that's me.
That's
Fluffy?
me.
Fluffy.
That's Moira.
Moira.
Like
She's
from
named after
Schitt's
the
Creek?
character from Schitt's Creek. Yeah.
Oh, I love that show so much.
Moira.
Good show.
Just fold it in.
Because
David,
she's
I can't-
bougie like Catherine O'Hara's character on there. So
I
we
love
named
her.
Moira.
Yeah.
That's the best clip.
Just fold it in.
Fold it in, David. Say
No.
it one more time.
Just fold it in.
Fold it
Oh
in.
my God, if you say it one more time.
But yeah,
Anyways.
Eugene Levy is like one of my favorite comic actors in the entire world. So
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, love it. All right, yeah, tell the story, Swan. Sharing.
Why don't you set the scene?
Why? Oh
Because
my
you're
God,
such a
tell
better-
the fucking story.
No, because if I start the story, you're gonna tell me that I suck at telling stories as much as Jumanji sucks at telling stories.
have never done that.
You do that all the time. You do that all the time. So let's just go way back to probably when COVID started. I think that's when it started, right? That my bikini waxing has been done by the Beaveman. So it's started because COVID happened, and you need that stuff done. So that became a together project. See what happens when I tell a story. So anyway, he always picks like the most inopportune time to do it. Like yesterday, he was like, "Want me to wax you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just ate a giant meal and I feel like a fucking fat ass, and you want me to like spread my cheeks so you can wax my butt crack?" No. So today, he was like, "Want me to wax you?" Sure, let me wax you, okay?
First of all, you have been asking me to do it, so I'm just trying to get over it. It's not like I'm like,
always like pick the most inopportune time.
you
So
asked me to do it, you dumb fucker.
yes, but like
I didn't pull it out of my ass and be like, "Oh, I should wax the swan." You asked me, you dumbass.
That's so what it sounded like. I was like, I didn't know Beaveman had a
Out of
thing
nowhere.
for waxing people.
Out of nowhere.
Okay.
I mean, yes, I said sometime this week, can you? And you're like, maybe I should do it tonight, like right now. And I'm like,
Yeah, because you had time, you dumbass. You even said yesterday, you're like, I need you to wax me. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, I can do it now. And you're like, no, I can't. And I just have to leave it at that. Why I can't. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, because you're a fat bastard who's got gas and you don't want to shit yourself. I'm like, no, I got it. I'm like, it's either that or you got vaginismus. And I'm like, I'm not going near either one of them. So it's not my problem. If your fucking vagina's vomiting, I'm not going to wax your shit.
that's not it at all. No. But yes, yesterday my tummy hurt. So why do I want to like be vulnerable when you're freaking
sick? Don't eat yourself sick.
when you're freaking down there, spread ass cheeks, and then have to worry about busting ass on accident because that's painful. If you've ever had your freaking shit waxed, it hurts.
Nobody's waxing their shit.
Their asshole, their vagina, their pubic area. It's painful. It's not fun. And you have to like breathe out like you're in labor. And sometimes if you have gas, you might fart. So hold that shit in. So today, of course, he's like, let's do that, right? So then afterwards, you have to take a shower because you're all sticky down there. And I had to go potty. And I'm like, I can't go to the bathroom because number one, my butt cheeks are stuck together. Two, I'm going to sit on the toilet and get wax all over the toilet. So I'm going to have to take a shower.
The toilet seat would have been like a honey glazed donut.
It would have been. So then I have to take a shower, wash the wax off, get out, go to the bathroom, and then get back in there. However,
so you didn't have any Taco Bell cups on hand, huh?
No.
Okay, and then
I didn't have to. I realized afterwards I didn't have to go number 2 because I really was just a fart.
Yeah, okay, so here was my question to Swan. I'm like, so let me get this straight, Swan.
Yes.
You could not differentiate between having to shit and just a fart.
I mean, sometimes, I can differentiate whether I had to fart or shit.
No, this is ridiculous. Because I even said to her, I'm like, so what, you don't have to shit anymore? She's like, no. I'm like, oh, so how does that work? You just sucked it back in?
Yes.
You just got one just in the chamber?
Yeah.
Just waiting to go?
Like Barney Fife.
Yeah. Well, that's what I asked her. I'm like, you just got one stuck in the mortar?
You got
a mortar round stuck in the tube?
I'm saving it for later.
You're waiting for somebody to call for fire downrange?
Yep, it's true.
Fire-based brown. Fire-based brown.
I wouldn't know from experience, but I would imagine it's not easy farting through a wax-sealed butthole.
It's not. So
Does it make a little bubble in it with the wax?
I don't know. I didn't. I did it in the shower after I washed the wax off.
You should see like how hard you can fart and see how big of a bubble you can make without it popping.
That would be kind of good, wouldn't it?
She farts pretty forcefully. That thing's just going to burst right away.
Probably. Yeah.
Her shit smells like wet garbage mixed with cancer.
If you chew gum at the same time, you could have a bubble at both ends. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
A bubble at both ends.
Yep.
Yeah, so anyway, I was asking her. So she told me that. I was like talking to myself. I'm like, fire-based brown. This is
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot Alpha. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Diamond calling for fire, calling for shit fire.
So dumb. And he literally was
Coordinates.
doing that. He amused himself for a good 3 minutes.
Beefman, just make sure you're not danger close when that thing goes off.
That was part of my next thing. I was like, we're taking some friendly shit fire over here. Can you shift right? Fire-based brown?
I'll be putting that up against you tonight.
What?
My naked ass.
My naked ass.
Yeah.
Okay, Marge.
Yes.
Why don't you give us the skinny? My naked ass. Gotta smoke.
No.
Fuck.
Beaveman, she's giving you what you want.
Yeah.
Give me what she wants. Oh, a threesome that doesn't involve her?
Hiyo.
Beaveman's gonna wake up in the middle of the night getting slammed against the wall because Swan's been holding one in the chamber all day, and she's just gonna unleash it and launch his ass across the room.
Wish somebody slammed me against the wall. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Jay, do you have any poop stories? JD, have you ever wrapped up your turd and pretended to serve it off of a food truck?
Unfortunately, I can't say that I have, but you did give me some ideas listening to that story. So maybe I'll DM back to you about my experiences later on. But most of my shit stories involve around when I worked in the custodial arts, and they have a lot to do with a lot of finger painting art exhibits that I came across during my time doing that.
You don't have your own personal shit stories. You have other shit stories. Or do you have your own personal shit stories too?
I have my own personal shit stories. I'm just not dumb enough to tell them on a podcast that's broadcasted nationwide.
Man, you hung me out to dry too.
See?
See, everybody demonizes the Beaveman. And is anyone more well known throughout the world than I?
Yeah, only in your mind. Aww.
And yet I share. Here I am bearing my shit soul
Yeah,
to
but
everyone.
you can blame it on your head injury.
Sure. But I did it before my head injury.
Well, then that just makes you fucked up.
I haven't played with my poop since my head injury, as far as I know. No, haven't.
Gotta check.
No.
You can't remember.
No. Some of the best shits though are outside. That's my favorite stories.
Oh, all right. I do have a shit story, Beaveman.
Oh no, don't feel pressure to share.
I got to show my support, right? So you don't feel left out.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So one time I was at my cousin's house, and they dared me to shit outside, and I did so. And there was nothing to wipe with, obviously. But next to where I shit, there was a nice, like, big leafy green house plant. So I rolled that up and used that as toilet paper. And it worked pretty well. And we went back to playing, not paying any attention, not paying any mind. And my other cousin came out and was like, "Whoa, that's a huge shit. Which dog laid that?" And we're standing around laughing like, "Ha!" And yeah, they eventually found out, and it was not good. I've never been asked what the fuck is wrong with you so many times by one person. So yeah, that's my shit story.
Man, that's every day in the field in the army, man. You know, what would be funny is that you could be sitting there in the army and you're like feeling pretty well, kind of like Swan. You know, you think that you don't have to shit, but then all of a sudden it hits you really hard, and you'll see people just take off. Like they'll grab their shovel and run. Like, oh, hit them all of a sudden.
Trench shovel.
Yeah, that hit me like I the worst time I can remember is it hit me when we were out in Fort Irwin, California, and of course there's no trees. You're just gonna run out there. You're just gonna run off and shit. I was sitting there, and all of a sudden it hit me really hard, so I took off and with my e-tool, and it's really hard to dig a hole while you have shit cramps. It's very difficult to do, and I don't know if
do
people know
anything
this.
when you have shit cramps, let alone dig a hole.
Well, it's really hard to dig a hole, especially when you're in Fort Irwin, California, where the sand is not sand. It's rock. As soon as
Hard
you start,
pan.
it's so fucking hard. You barely like chip away at it. You've dug like an inch down, and you're cramping so fucking hard, you just end up shitting all over the fucking top of the freaking desert.
Why couldn't you just bury it later? Like shit and then bury it?
Shit where and bury it when?
Like shit on the ground, then dig the hole and bury the shit.
Again, still fucking hard.
Yeah, but that would
Nobody
solve the
wants
problem
to do a 2 shit step process.
I mean, either way, you're digging a hole and putting it in. You could just sling it into the hole after you dig the hole after you poop.
Well, I wasn't done with the story.
Okay, well, carry on.
So when I shit, it fucking glowed orange. It was so disturbing. Yeah, because I swear they did testing out for her and it like negatively affected my bowels, man. It was like having, it literally was like this fluorescent orange shit that I shat right out of my ass.
They gave you some radioactive SpaghettiOs or something in your MRE?
That's kind of what it looked like. You know, when you eat things like, that orange fat that forms on the top of like spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
spaghetti sauce. That's what it looked like, except it was bright, really bright, and it was like glowing. It was like it might have been my ass child. I don't know. It was very possible.
Down in your ass child.
My
Down in
ass child.
Down in Fort Irwin.
From that one time.
There's no telling what kind of crazy testing and shit they're doing down there. It's the middle of the desert, so.
Yeah, and this was in 1997. A long fucking time ago.
Google that. Did they do testing on my shit or us then that made us radioactive shit?
I bet my shit wandered off after that.
It probably did.
Might be a superhero. And there was a coyote in the distance. I hope that coyote didn't eat my shit. Really like a super shit coyote.
Maybe that's how we got the Fresno Nightcrawlers.
Maybe.
Are we going to say Jumanji?
I wasn't going to say anything.
You were.
Because that's what he does on this show.
He doesn't say anything.
Fucking thing.
No. You want to tell your poo stories now?
Like the only one I have, like I've told it a couple times already, and I don't want to keep vomiting it up.
The mall poopy?
Like Beaveman said, vomiting vaginas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you got a Taco Bell cup handy, you're golden.
There we go.
I feel like I've shared another shit story and I've been demonized. Again.
I mean, maybe that's your thing.
It's kind of like when you bury somebody who's dead, though, and they're always like, the hole's never deep enough. There's not enough dirt. That's what shit's like, too. The hole's never deep enough.
Well, it's like you said a long, long time ago, everything comes back to shit. So
Certainly does. It's kind of sad, though, when you think about it. If you buried shit out in the desert, it's an ancient... this is something that's been there for millions of years. And you just deposited your shit in something that's millions of years old. And so it's probably still going to be there in another million years. Crazy.
they're gonna, a million years from now, they're gonna find Beaveman shit and think it's some kind of fossil. This is amazing.
Could still be alive. Could be like some sort of plasma animal, some sort of creature.
Whatever it morphed into from that orange fluorescent.
Exactly. This could be the new living organism that evolves, when humans are gone.
Maybe it's like the cure for cancer.
Maybe I have created life.
Maybe.
After us.
From your asshole.
It's very possible. Stranger things, you never know.
You never know. Mm-hmm.
I could have birthed life from my anus.
You could have, from your anus.
From my anus.
This could be a future Monsters Lair subject. Who knows?
Yeah, well, your children's children could be telling stories about my ass monster.
Well, since you're the closest to it, JD, you should go look for it.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll take a trip down there.
Should be easy to find because it's going to glow in the dark.
So you have a better chance if you go at nighttime.
How about this, B-Man? If I find it, I'll mail it back to you.
Don't take it out of its natural environment. It's not its natural environment.
What's your colon?
My colon, but it's the desert. It's been there for a long time. It's been in the desert longer than it was in my colon.
JD, you can wrap it up like a burrito and send it back to him.
What if it's been searching for me this whole time? You know how
trying to find its way back.
Yeah, trying to find me.
Yeah,
it's just out there like, Daddy.
Yeah, it's tried to make its way. It made its way to like North Carolina. Lost track of me, still trying to find me, working its way through different states, asking people. No one's giving it directions. It just has a blurry picture, a blurry Polaroid picture of my asshole.
I was gonna say, yeah. Where did you come from?
The scary thing is if it has a picture of that and somebody recognizes it.
Like, wait a minute. Yeah, I know that asshole.
Hey, I know that guy. Looks familiar.
So, Beaveman,
yes.
Have you ever been waxed?
Have I ever been waxed? Just my chest.
Yeah.
Just my chest.
How does that feel?
Awesome.
The process feel awesome?
Yeah, when I rip it off, dude, it looks like Chewbacca shaved his armpits. Looks like a fucking pelt. You could make a goddamn coat out of mine. I rip it off and the entire thing is just black hair. I'm like, fuck yes. The worst part is when it starts to grow back. That's what I hate about it.
Yeah.
Pokey and itchy.
Yeah.
Swan, you know what that's like?
Yeah. Yep.
You have chest hair?
No, I don't have chest hair.
Oh.
But it happens when you wax
elsewhere.
elsewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why, as soon as she says, to wax me, she's the one who brings it up. I don't bring it up, and I always warn her ahead of time. And then she's always like, she lets it go too far, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so hairy down there. It's gonna be so terrible when you wax it. Oh, God, it's gonna hurt so much."
Why do I sound like that?
Apparently, Swan is from Jersey now.
It's gonna hurt.
Right.
No, you're gonna rip my labia major right off with it. Oh,
Now you sound like Mike.
so hairy.
So
Goddamn hairy.
that needs to be a soundbite.
So hairy.
So hairy.
You're so dumb.
Now don't wax me. It's winter time. Leave it let it grow.
It's like a coat. It's like a fur coat. Leave it alone.
Just the asshole. I don't need that coat. Oh, but it's itchy when it starts to grow back on my asshole. It's so itchy.
Poor JD.
That's the worst part. Here's the thing: is I don't understand what something changed with Swan because she used to not grow ass hair. Like at some point, she never had. All the years I've known Swan, she never had ass hair in her crack, and it's only been like the past, I bet, 6 or 7 years.
I mean, I'm sure it's a hormonal situation.
Well, go back.
Maybe she's evolving.
Go back.
Maybe I'm what?
Evolving.
Yeah.
I think she should. Maybe if you started wearing a polyester thong.
Yeah, just kind of rub in there every day, all day.
Yeah, it will just the friction, the erosion of the hair, destroy the stem cells at the base of your hair follicle, and it won't grow back.
That's like
Yes.
that's what happens with my socks. Same theory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. I
Yeah.
have no hair on the back of my legs. That's why I'm going to have. I think I'm going to have all the hair removed from my legs. Either that, or I'm going to support Rogaine on the back of my legs. I'll be like the only person who asks for freaking minoxidil, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're losing your hair in your head." No, I'm trying to grow my leg hair back.
You just probably have to start wearing short socks.
It's not going to matter. I lost my hair on the back of my legs when I was in the army because we wore wool socks.
Maybe I
Every
just
day.
need a wool thong.
Maybe
Yeah, like a Brillo pad.
that sounds like that would be very comfortable. A
Yeah,
wool
I'm
thong.
sure it would be. It would be so
Would-
comfortable.
Would not be itchy at all.
No.
Absolutely not.
But maybe if you wore it when the hair was growing out, it would like rub and it would just kind of cancel out the
It would be even better than
itchiness.
that. As a thong made out of fiberglass. That'd be really comfortable.
Yeah, that'd be pretty comfortable. Like a Brillo pad, maybe.
Oh, fiberglass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be.
No, fiberglass. Specifically.
Like what? Maybe just how about asbestos in my ass?
Asbestos? I'm not familiar with asbestos.
Asbestos.
I'm familiar with asbestos, but I'm not familiar with asbestos.
Well,
It
the
has
good
an
news
O.
is you'll be flame resistant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be flame resistant, flame retardant.
Yeah.
You're pretty good at being retardant.
Exactly. Totally.
You, Mike, you're both retardant.
Mm-hmm.
I said retardant.
Retardant.
Don't be offended because the word is retardant.
Resistant.
Anyway, well, I'm glad nobody else has any poop stories. Good to know. And it was supposed to be a fight between JD and Jumanji. Jumanji threw me under the bus, which was totally
no, actually,
irresponsible.
JD threw you under the bus.
Well,
Thank you,
JD too.
Swan.
Oh, so now you're blaming JD, Jumanji.
No.
It's never on you.
JD
Never on you, Jumanji.
called you out, but you diverted it and tried to blame Jumanji.
You just
Swan,
did the
whose
Kung
side are
Fu
you on?
Panda stuff.
I'm on whoever wins side.
Here's the thing: I can't fight Jumanji because if I do, I'm pretty sure I'm committing like multiple hate crimes, and we don't want to get this podcast canceled. So we
Right.
should probably stay away from that.
Fine.
But in all seriousness, I mean, what other podcast has this kind of diversity? I mean,
What do you mean?
you got a straight white Satanist, a gay black Christian boy, and we're here talking, having a good time together. You know, in a time when the country has never been more divided, we're here at the Slaptail Squad uniting people together
Yeah.
in the spirit of comedy.
In the world.
Talking about poop.
And it's the first day of Black History Month.
Hell yeah, it is.
There you go. It's February.
Yeah. You know what really pisses me off about that whole thing? Not about that,
Do tell.
but Hispanic Heritage Month is half of 2 months. We can't even get a 1 calendar month. It's half of 2 different months.
That's pretty weird.
It is weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's really weird is when I was in the Army, when they first started like talking about Hispanic Heritage Month, they put up all these posters, but they were like drawn, and they drew the most racist depiction of what a Latino soldier looks like. Like they gave him this like cheesy mustache and they had him in camouflage, but they made him like heavy set. And then they like had a sombrero on his head, but it was camouflaged. And it was just such bullshit, man. I was like, this is the most racist shit I've ever seen. Such a fucking stereotype. I mean, it was bad enough that he had a sombrero, but it also had those little balls hanging from it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, little fringes. That was fucking bullshit. They tried. Think I'm lying? I'm not lying.
I believe you.
Well, I'm lying about the sombrero, but they did use the most racist, stereotypical depiction of a Latino soldier that I ever saw. I'm like, who the fuck looks like that? He would have got tape tested out. And that mustache, nobody has a mustache like that. That's not even a regulation mustache.
He had the old Dirty Sanchez up there?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That was ridiculous. Wish I could find a picture back then. Stupid. Anyway, well, this has been a fun little chat. I would like to thank the Trailer Park Monster for joining us. I know it was hard for him to do because he's on a different time zone than us. And this crazy sumbitch worked from 4 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock p.m. Insane. Insane, I tell you.
It's true.
I would like to thank Jumanji for all of his heartwarming stories and for sharing.
Anytime. I'm consistent.
You are.
And I'd like to thank the lovely Swan, also known as Wax Bubble, for joining
Wax
us.
bubble.
I guess we don't have to shout out JD because he's here.
You can if you want to.
Shout out JD.
Sure, you can shout out Mike.
Our good buddy Mike Cotayo, who couldn't join us this evening, who thought he could join us, but Mike doesn't know how to use a calendar, apparently.
He's special.
He is our special.
Well, we
He's our
like
special
him.
little guy. That's why we call him Nemo.
I would say we should have him drive to the store and purchase a calendar, but that's dangerous for all of us. So.
Yeah, that's definitely a bad idea.
Yes.
Yeah. Do we have anything to promote, Swan?
Just our upcoming comedy show at Crawl Space Comedy Theater in Kalamazoo on March 9th.
Be there
Be there.
or be there.
Yeah. No, it's not optional. Jumanji.
Optional. You got to be there. Speaking of which, JD saw my bit. JD, what did you think of the bit? The raw bit, as I like to call it.
I liked it. I mean, the cute little grandma, how's she doing, by the way? I never asked that. I was going to ask.
She's doing very good. She's with her other custodial parent this week.
Bullshit.
Beefman's a little sad about that. I'm gonna go visit her this weekend, but she got good news from her doctor that her labs are doing better. Her kidney function is doing better, which means we've been encouraging water, and she's doing good on that. So that's a plus. But
Good.
she still needs to gain some weight because she's officially underweight.
Man, I wish that was my problem.
I know I want to be on the cute little grandma diet too, but it's just not working out for me. So.
But anyways, that being said, I thought the cute little grandma bit landed pretty good. I thought it was very professionally done.
I thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. I've been tweaking it, so I know how to work it a little bit better too. So I'm pretty excited. I'm going to do it. I have two open mics in March. I try not to kill myself because I also like to scout people because I'm not that funny. So I want to try to find funny people to put in shows. So especially if we have a show coming up, I try not to do a bunch of open mics. But I think I have 2 coming up. So that'll be fun. Yeah. And we got to see some funny comedians the past 2 weeks. So I was excited about that. Always good time.
It's weird, but when you say open mic, I picture Mike Cotayo just bent over somewhere.
Just his asshole flapping in the wind.
Whistling.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
He's not even here to defend himself. Poor Mike. And no one, Jumanji didn't even jump in to be like, don't say mean things. Don't say mean things.
I don't think that's mean. I think Mike would be the first person to say you can bend me over anytime.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
He absolutely would.
Yeah. Mike's got a good sense of humor.
He would find that as a compliment.
He probably would.
Yeah.
He's like, you're goddamn right. I got a wide asshole.
Like, I'll back into that.
He'd probably think that you're flirting with him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I am.
Maybe.
You say fist, I say how many.
Ew.
Yo.
Hmm.
Hey, I'm straight, but $20 is $20. Okay.
All right. Yeah, and besides, according to Mike, you don't go right full into fist anyway. You got to work it. Yeah, you got to work it. You got to take your time.
I'll take his advice on that. I
I
wouldn't
agree.
know.
You probably don't want to go full fist. Yeah, I don't think that's probably a bad idea. All right. Well, anyway, that's it for me, the B-Man. This was a bit of fun little chit-chat. Adios, much fuckos.
Bye from the Swan.
Deuces.
Bye-bye.
Was anticlimactic.
That's all you got.
Yeah. Thanks to our listeners all over the world. Listen to JD's podcast, The Monsters Lair, and the Slaptail Squad, and join us, Slaptail Nation, for our comedy shows. And if you can find Mike, get out there and see him. We'll see his link in our link tree in our show notes.